Passive income streams. Proven ways and ideas to create income from the comfort of your home. Written by Bill Rogers. Narrated by Chris Fox.
Chapter 1. What is passive income? In order to maximize your use of passive income to attain financial freedom, you have to first accurately understand the concept itself. Passive versus active income. Passive income is simply revenue that you earn without actively working for it. It is not like a regular job where you have to show up every day, put in time and effort, and may even get fired from. With passive income, money keeps on flowing in, even if you do not go to work. It is very different from active income, where you have a contract to work for a client or employer, and failure to do so results in loss of income. Some people tend to confuse the term passive income by including some types of off-the-books contract work. Just because the work you are doing offers you some kind of flexibility does not mean it is part of your passive income. As long as you have to do the work yourself, it is classified as active income. The key thing to understand is that passive income allows you to get paid even though you are not actively engaged in doing any meaningful work. You may have to spend some time initially setting the business up and getting it off the ground, but there will come a time when you will be able to sit back and enjoy your passive income stream. You will actively have a choice of whether to continue working or not. An active income does not present you with this kind of freedom. What passive income is not. There are some income streams that you may benefit from, yet they cannot be truly categorized as passive income. A good example of this is receiving an inheritance or selling an asset. These are simply one-off lump sum payments that have no continuation over time. Passive income is not necessarily risk-free. It cannot be defined as being totally secure income. Yes, there are some income streams that have less risk than others, but the truth is that every source of income carries some risk. Even with passive income, it is always wise to create multiple income streams in order to minimize the risk of failure. Another thing that passive income is not is maintenance-free. At some point in time, you will have to step in to carry out some kind of maintenance to keep the income stream flowing steadily. It is a myth to believe that once you establish your source of passive income and step back, you no longer have to keep an eye on things. There are taxes to be filed, checks to be deposited, and even mail to be responded to. It may be small things here and there, but they still need to be done. When looking at the level of maintenance required in sustaining passive income, you need to determine whether it is very passive or semi-passive. A good example is writing a book versus renting out your house. With a very passive income like book royalties, you don't really have to do much once the book is published. The book will be sold in stores or online by the publisher, and you will not be required to deal with customers. All you will have to do is cash in the royalty checks. With a semi-passive income like house rentals, you will be required to maintain the house on a regular basis. You may also have to look for new tenants, make insurance payments and taxes, and even supervise the building caretaker. Finally, passive income is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If you have the idea that you can create a passive income stream by cheating people off of their hard-earned cash, then this audiobook is definitely not for you. This kind of mindset should not be used to define a passive income. There are people who try to look for ways to make money without necessarily providing anything of value in return. This is not entrepreneurship. It is plain thievery. It is true that there are loopholes in the economy that you can leverage to make some money for yourself. However, this type of approach should never be described as a passive income. You should always try to create value for your customers so that they are always willing and ready to give you their money. There are some businesses that require you to provide more value than others, but at the end of the day, you need to offer something to get money in return.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?